I'd like to call the meeting to order and start with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item we have on the agenda tonight is approval of the agenda. Is there any modifications, changes, additions?
I don't have anything.
Haven't heard none. I'd entertain a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
2-0. Public comments. The first one up is Ann Island. I noticed Anjan was here. So step up to the podium.
So I guess we've got a few things here. So this one on the screen is the first one for the website. So we had of course provided the main scope for what that would mean for the county. So on this one, what that would contain would be that we would basically build a new website that would be mobile optimized, and that can be viewed onto laptop, onto desktops. We would then host the site. So we would basically take care of all of the main maintenance of it, keeping it safe, keeping it secure. And what is going to happen here is that we will also train staff who need to be trained so that they can also update their own page for the site. And we'll, of course, provide support through the site, which I know right now there's not a true support service to the website. So that will be something that will also be offered through this. So the main thing just kind of lists out what are our main tasks for this, what we would expect from the county. Main thing in any sort of website creation, the primary I'd say hurdle usually we always deal with is just getting content. But in this case, we already have content that is there. We just need to refine it to make it better than making it modern with current times. So, and then the next page, I'll let you guys read that.
All right, to the next one. Okay. So you can't see it now. Up on that. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah. So what we had proposed was that based on the budgeted IT hours that are there, we figured that we could use maximum of one of those quarters of those IT hours, which would amount to maximum of 120 hours. Now, with us managing the overall IT environment, we feel pretty confident that we should not go over those hours for the year, because for the most part, the whole IT environment has been in a good, standing. The only thing that we can see potentially that will, that I guess will require time, but we don't expect that to go over, would be the budget hours would be used towards server management for the upgrade of a new server potentially. Other than that, the overall maintenance, we feel pretty comfortable using whatever hours have been budgeted towards, this site, so that we can also work towards getting it, updated for the county without making it go, more, cost for the first year. And then in the recurring, there's a cost, and so that would be $3,000 per year, and that would basically cover maintenance, hosting, support of the website. So if then the county needs help updating content, we would be there to help, like we are now. And the main cost, of course, is going to be towards hosting and maintenance of the website, and then to keep it safe and secure.
That says second year onwards. Does that mean from
Starting 2025.
2025 on out, it will only be 3,000 per year?
So the first year, the only cost is the time which would be used by IT hours, but
Mhm.
that would be the primary, I guess, cost that is already budgeted, but we would be using that time to basically build out the site.
And will that take off of the IT hours it is allotted for?
2024, correct.
Okay,
And which if then there are, more, left at the end of the year, those will then roll over into 2024.
okay, but what I'm saying is a second year onwards is that it's just gonna be a flat $3,000, and will the hours come off of the IT?
No, like that would be a cost to the county, 3,000, but if there's a reason for it to come through the IT side, then the hours would have to be allocated.
Come off of
way.
that?
But we just figured that would be a cost to the county. But, we can always work with that on whichever seems to be a better route, but that would be a cost.
Okay.
So if I'm understanding right, you're charging 3,000, but if it takes any IT work, then those would be also charged back against your normal kind of contract that you're doing, what you're using to build out.
Your IT hours.
For things. So that could be,
Yes,
I don't know
that's kind of
what
where
might
we
happen.
kind of figured that then, this cost would be separate, like on its own annual cost, so it wouldn't really burn into the hours, so that would be its own thing, and these would be its own renewal cost for the second year onwards.
So in the second year, it won't take IT hours, that's separate. Is that what you're
Right, it'd
saying?
be a separate, but if
In
there's.
2024, building it, it'll take IT hours.
Correct. 2024 would take IT hours.
Mhm.
but
you
then-
may use IT hours in 25 if there's some IT work required though, correct?
Well,
Over and
that-
above,
so
over
like-
and above the 3,000.
So yes, if it did go up above 3,000 for whatever reason, then yes, we could use that IT hours for the support. But the way that we see this is that you shouldn't be spending more second year onwards, because it's basically budgeted, like that is the cost for maintenance of the website. So really the only, I'd say, scenario that you could see hours really going up is if we were told we have to redo this page on a site, or then we have to add more new pages that weren't already there. It just takes time. But
So how many pages are you planning on?
Page per department,
How many?
page per department.
One page per department? Okay.
So 10 or 12 pages?
There'll be tabs within, every tab. Every department will have their own page per se. It'd be under perrycounty.in.gov, but then you'd click on it and you'd go into their.
The department.
But underneath that page, you could have multiple uploads.
Correct.
It's just
Yep.
linked to that page.
And who has control of those pages? The department heads? Okay.
So you're gonna talk about the server? That's what I really want to talk about.
yes, that is the next one.
Can you have anything else on that?
No, that's fine. And then just for the server, maybe that email that was there,
Which one?
just, one with the server, I can pull it.
Which one is it? I've got some email.
This one, isn't it?
Is it the cert? Hold on, let me look. Here, got it.
Is this it?
This one?
That's it.
This one
I
on
think
there?
it's one.
There's one.
It's this one, I think, Chris.
The one with the
It
quote?
has the,
This one on, Jim?
that is one of it, but there's also notes that I added to that email that I can pull up here.
Is it this?
Yes, this is the one.
Okay, I was like, all right.
So, for the past couple of weeks, actually now it's been 2.5 weeks, the main server has basically restarted about 5 times on its own. And we basically narrowed it down to the main problem being hardware age.
So what age is that one?
This,
12 years old.
yeah, it's
The
basically
server is 12 years old.
2012 server. So, it runs to where it's gotten a good life out of it.
No kidding.
And so most servers usually should be replaced after 10 years. And so we knew, of course, kind of about the past couple of years that, okay, we're starting to get to the age, but then we've been doing whatever we can to keep it, maintained up to date so that we can help save costs for the county. And it's still in a okay standing. It's not perfect, but it is working now. It hasn't gone down luckily the past few days,
We've
but
had problems the last couple of
but
weeks. that are
we
going
have, and so it is starting to get to that point where, it's just a matter of time before this thing starts to give more problems. So, so we figured it's a good time to kind of start and get this thing moving, because it would be needed to then have a new server for the county so that we don't have to worry about it going down.
So what you're doing is you're proposing a server and then just moving everything over. What's the age of the software that's running on?
2012 OS.
It's still 2012
Windows Server
also?
2012. Yeah. Now, what we did do though to help save money whenever Lau came on board, I guess about 3 years back, was we created a virtual server 2019 for Lau onto this main server. So that helped save about $6,000. So that we didn't actually
Piggybacking.
have to buy a box for the county.
So you're intending to not only upgrade the server, but also bring it up to current day operating system also?
Yeah, and so
And then everything that we have on there, I'm assuming is
everything will be
compatible?
migrated. Yes, everything will be. And so if there is something that then requires less, we will have CDs for the 2016 version 2. So we had to use that actually for the GeoTracker software for PeriCert 2. We had to actually downgrade that box to a 2016 to make it work.
Now, all of the switches have been replaced, right?
Pretty much, yeah. There's still a few that are pending, which I know, like there's one in the court side up over there. All of these are all fine here, but there's one in the court side, one in the clerk's office. Those are okay. It's not like bad, but those are just older switches. So those are things that maybe eventually they need to quote that. We're not too concerned by those things, but I'd say right now the main issue would be this main server is the age of it. Being 12 years, it's kind of starting to have
Messing
its.
things up
And
with
I
GIS.
take it nothing has been budgeted either, has it?
No procurement at all.
I think we need to get the council involved with this because they're gonna have to come up with some money if we're gonna
Yeah, that's
pursue
a-
one of them. I mean,
That's a large amount of money.
my,
I think it is, but everything is expensive, especially when it comes to IT work, computer, whatever, what have you. But,
if we have to prioritize this, I would say we fix the server because the county will be out of business if it fails.
Yeah, it's messing with our GIS right now, big
And,
time.
and the website will struggle along as it is. That's why I think depending on them and the funding and what they're, I think we need to get them consulted.
So you guys, as far as the way I understand it, the commissioners
We want to.
oversee contracts and they oversee funding.
Right,
So we need to talk to them about the funding.
I think so, and see where, because we've got several other things coming up that's unfunded also. We want them to tell us they've got a big sack of money, and that'll answer that question for us. So I would be interested in tabling this as it stands right now
till we talk to council,
It's an opportunity.
They meet
to
on
look for money.
Thursday, so we can
yes,
talk
can you give
again
us some
on the 4th.
information on that as far as where the
Bring
money
it up with
could be
them.
budgeted
Yeah.
from?
Because the server is not something we can wait months or
Mhm.
on. It's
I
definitely
agree.
something.
Yep.
So it's on the agenda for the council on Monday or on Thursday. Then we'll bring it back to you guys on the 4th for the server and the website and whatever. So thank you, Anjan, so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item we got is the approval of the minutes from 2/5/24. Any changes?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
The next one is approval of minutes from 2/12/24. That was our little short meeting in the back room.
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, Chris, you
My
slipped this in, legislative
Yeah.
conference
forgot.
update.
That was up there.
She's right underneath the numbers.
A few things to talk about here. I did want to bring up that myself, the treasurer, Amanda Lasher, and our assessor, Mindy Bosling, attended the legislative conference in Indianapolis, February 5th through the 7th. It's definitely a very informative time to hear about how legislative session is going on, as far as things going from the House to the Senate and Senate to the House. We got a really good update on the bills. And I've been a member of the legislative committee as serving on the board of the Auditors Association. And these last 2 months have been very informative for me, daily with our lobbyist, Rachel Cook, informing us of what's going on and being very informative. I also, while I was at this conference, had a roundtable discussion over at the State House with Ricky, Lori, and Stacy, who are with the State Board of Accounts, Fred Van Dorf with the DLGF, Elise and Jane Cope with the State Comptroller's Office. It was very nice to have, just with the Auditors Association, discussing things that we as the auditors need assistance with, that we want to see happen. The big thing that I did want to just bring back here is from that roundtable discussion, the importance of our local government attending these events. There is, we know we were just discussing beforehand, there's one in Huntingburg. They're doing the district where they'll give you basically a snapshot, quick view of what we went over up there for the last 2 days. But just really the importance from them, getting from them the vocal importance of all of our elected officials attending these conferences, and wanted us to bring this back at the local level, that it's important that we attend these functions and have that communication with other counties along with these departments that are helping us. So I just wanted to give you some feedback, and I feel like it was a great opportunity, and I've really enjoyed being on the legislative committee for the Auditors Association. I know Amanda Lasher is also on the legislative committee for the Treasurers Association. Just a different realm of government and knowledge that we learn up there. So I think you guys mentioned the March 27th,
Yeah,
Huntingburg.
I'd like to go to that.
So yeah, I'm gonna, if you would like to, I'll go ahead and mark you down, and then I'm gonna get the council too. That'll be just a AIC, and some members will be there. And then they also spoke about the your individual office holding conferences. I know we have an Auditors Association conference, and we're working really hard to try as association to meet all of the auditors' needs, instead of it being so open to where you've got a 1-year auditor that comes in and a person that's been there 5 years. Well, their needs are completely different, to where we have different breakout sessions and stuff. So I just encourage everyone to get involved with their seat, and because the more knowledge we bring back to Perry County helps. So that's just something we wanted to pass on, that we were asked to pass on to come back to our local level. So there you go.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
Next item up, we have approval of the payroll, $180,380.43.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a motion, I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
We have another item, is payroll withholding of $38,835.85. I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Health insurance claims in the amount of $28,813.28.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
And then we have a claims docket, accounts payable in the amount of $292,636.25.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion. I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Next item up is the edit amendment. And I don't know, did Andrew
Yeah.
get that completed?
Yes.
What this amounts to is we didn't have it specified in the splitting of the amount between the sheriff's, or the jail use and security for the courthouse.
Well,
So
I didn't get that. Did you get a copy?
I didn't know if you got it done.
He did, he emailed it, I just gotta find it,
Okay.
mess up my papers here.
Could you email that to me, Chris, when
Yeah.
you can?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
So what did he change?
He just put the amounts on there that you could
That's all he changed, was the
put the breakdown.
Yeah, for the detention center.
They just split this so that
Mhm.
it clearly calls out what it is.
Yeah,
That's
because I
all.
remember we had talked about that, or it was brought up, and they, but it had to be done through Andrew, so,
So that's the only change you made, right?
yeah.
So I'd entertain a motion to accept the
I make a motion.
amended edited plan. I'll second that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next thing up, we have the board appointments. This has been kind of a different, we've had several openings on the zoning and planning board. And we've had a couple members that I think they probably thought they were still on it
Mhm.
and they never reapplied. And then they found out that they no longer were on it, so they offered to reapply.
Yeah, those ended in 2023.
Yeah, so they both did. Daniel DuPont and Susan Miller have submitted their interest in serving on that board. So.
Is this a one-year term, Chris, or?
I don't think so.
Are we done now with the zoning though?
Yes,
Have we got it full?
this will be full, yes.
I just didn't know how
There's
long.
2 for the planning and zoning board and 1 for the zoning appeals.
Right.
I didn't know how long those,
I think they're
I think they're 2 years or
2,
something. They are
yeah, that's
they're staggered.
okay. I was just
yeah, I
wondering.
can't look up on here and I don't have my laptop.
I'm
Any
at-
discussion?
Well, because they were 19 to 23, so how much,
Four,
that's 4?
4 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were 19 to 23.
Do you want these done in separate motions? So,
Let's do the planning and zoning,
There's 1 and then the zoning.
Daniel
appeals.
DuPont and Susan Miller together. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
okay.
Unless we want to change them. So entertain a motion to approve Daniel DuPont and Susan Miller being appointed to the planning and zoning board.
I make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Then the next item up is the zoning appeals board, which I believe Susan served on too, and just, so she's willing to go back on that board and serve in that capacity.
How many are on that board?
It's just there 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Is Lee?
yeah, Lee, yeah, I remember.
There's 5.
Okay, all right. I make a motion for Susan Miller.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Last item we have on here is the commissioners' meeting. We have a conflict on the March 4th meeting, which is a Monday. We normally have them at 9 a.m. There has been a trial, jury trial scheduled for that time, and they use this for jury selection. So I'm suggesting we just move that, have it the same day, but to move it to 6 o'clock like this meeting is. So we'll be on the same day. It'll
Same
just be an
schedule.
evening meeting.
It'll be just
versus
2
one.
evening meetings for that month.
So you're okay with
Will that mess anything up, Chris, as far as
No.
Okay.
That gives her a little more time on Monday than coming in at 9:00, so.
Okay.
What? No, it makes me stay later. but that's okay.
Same difference.
It's all how you look at it.
Same difference.
So I'd entertain a motion to change our meeting Monday, the 4th, to 6 PM this one time.
I make that motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. With that said, we're done for this evening. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you.